Well, hello again. Here we are. It's hard to believe, but it's already September, and that means that the Edmonton Real Estate Board has already come out with our August stats. So we're going to quickly go over them. We are actually going to do this a little bit different this time. As you can tell, we are outside in this beautiful property. It's our new listing at number 13 Meadowhawk. And as you can tell, it's got an absolutely fabulous pool. This place looks like it belongs in a resort. So I'll actually leave the link below just so that you guys can take a look at the property if you're interested. It is absolutely spectacular. We are right in Sherwood Park, and I am sure that you're going to absolutely love it, or maybe you might know somebody that might be interested. So you can have a look at all the details in the link below. In the meantime, with August stats, let's just go over real quick over all the details. So things have literally been changing every month. So this time it looks like we've got a little bit more inventory for buyers to choose from, which really means that if you're looking to purchase, now is a great time to do that. It's way more inventory than we used to have earlier in the year. Gives you a lot more choice. Maybe you might even have a little bit of breathing room depending on the price range, as far as whether you might want to take a little bit more time to have a second look or explore your options elsewhere. So just without further ado, let's quickly go over the average price. That's what everybody wants to always know. So the average price right now in August is $429,000, and that is for all residential. I'm going to be showing you this particular sheet. I will have it noted in the links below, as well as we'll have the editor put it up on the screen so that you can follow along. That's basically a little bit lower than it was last month. So prices have slid just a little bit on average. That's including all residential, meaning anything that's residential, even lots. If they're residential, that's all included, including high-end homes, multi-million-dollar properties like this, as well as apartment-style condos and everything in between. So breaking it down, the average single-family detached home in Edmonton in August was $551,000. The average duplex side-by-side home is $420,000. The average townhome, and this includes all townhomes, whether they're condos or non-condos, that is at $299,000, and the average apartment-style condo is $209,000. Now, really quickly, just going right back to the single-family detached home, that price actually went down from last month by about 3.2%. However, year over year, so from by comparison to August of 2024, it's up by 4.5%. So if you bought a home last year, guess what? You just earned yourself an extra 4.5% if it was a detached home. Now, going down the line, semi-detached, so that's those duplexes. The prices also slid a little bit from last month by 2.6%. We're down to $420,000. And then year over year, though, they did go up 1.2% from last year at this time. So August of 24 to August of 25, we had a little bit of an increase, 1.3%. The average townhouse, also this one, this time went up by 3.3% from last month. So a lot of demand there. And year over year, from last year this time, it's up by 4.3%. So now we're at that $299,000. The average apartment style condo also up month over month by 2.9%. And then it's actually been up almost double that by 3.8% since last year at this time. Okay, now let's break down the rest of those numbers. Let's go with the inventories levels. So new listings, if you look at the current month, we have a total of 2,711 new listings for the month of August. For a year total, that's 21,000. But having said that, in August of this year compared to last year, it was that inventory, the amount of listings is down by 12.4%. However, if you look at year over year, if you compare it to last year this time, we are up by 11.6%. So overall, we're a little bit up, but we're just comparing month over month, July and August. It's no surprise. A lot of people are on holidays, so you never know when people come back and they start to list their properties again. The total amount of inventory, so all together for residential in the Edmonton area, it's 5,318. That's all the listings. Now, if you were to say we have no more listings available at all, then moving forward, how long would it take for us to sell those out? We have 3.2 months worth of inventory. That's still not very much. That's still considered to be a seller's market. Balanced market is somewhere around 6 months of inventory. We're at 3.2. So it's still very much, depending on the segment of the market you're looking at, you really have to jump on it if you like what you see. Go out there, contact your realtor, make sure that you have an appointment set up right away, because they might not last very long. Moving forward, the number of sales. If we look at last month versus this month, current month, we had in August 1,647 sales in all of Edmonton together. And if you compare that month over month to July of 25, we're actually down by 15%, 15.1% to be accurate. And that is, again, because a lot of people are on holidays, and that just sometimes happens. However, the more important number is that we have a total of 14,000 sales. And if you look at that compared to last year, year over year, that's down by 7%. So last year in August, we had 7% more sales than this year. So interesting that our inventory is around 3.2 months, and the amount of sales is actually dropped since last year at this time. Again, moving forward, when we get back into September and the fall months, we're going to see how that plays out. I'm still seeing a lot of strong activity. There's a lot of demand, as we are seeing a lot of activity on all of our listings right now. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the length of time it takes to sell the average property on the market. So days on market. And if, again, we're going to take a look at this by segments. The detached, so a detached home similar to this one, and this means any price range. If you look at last year, it was at about 33 days, and this year it's at 36 days. So it's gone up by 3 days. Not a significant amount, but a little bit of an increase. Again, just to put this into perspective, in a balanced market, we're seeing these numbers to be around 64 days on market compared to our only just barely over a month. So it's still very much a strong seller's market. Moving down to semi-detached, meaning duplexes, very similar. Last year we were at 30 days on market. This year we're up by 5 days. We're at 35 days. Row house, townhome, condo or non-condo, very similar. 29 days last year. This year, 32 days on market. Apartment style condos, same thing again. Last year we were at 42. This year we're at 45. And so for all residential altogether, last year we were at 34 days on market. This year it takes 37 days on market. And last but not least, we always want to have some fun here and check out the high roller. So that's basically the highest sale price in every segment for the month of August in Edmonton. So detached, single family property, $2.8 million. So that's interesting. We have a lot of properties that are a lot higher than that. We're up $5, $6, $7 million in some cases. But the last highest sale in August was $2.8 million. Semi-detached, so these are duplexes, $831,000. Again, we have duplexes that are priced higher, but this just happened to be the highest sale in August. Row house, townhouse, $640,000. If you compare that to what the average townhouse is $300,000. This is basically double. So it just goes to show you, they get up there. Apartment style condos. Now this is really interesting. So if you're looking at the high roller this month in August, $980,000. By comparison, $209,000 is the average. So that's pretty interesting. So is now a good time to buy? Absolutely. You know what? Right now, you can still see that there is a lot more choice on the market than there was earlier in the spring. And as you move forward, there is more and more buyers that are getting into the market because now they're getting back into their regular routines in the fall. The kids are back to school, and then it's time to think, holy, it's already September, and people are thinking, we really wanted to be moved before the winter snow flies. And so a lot of them will be jumping into the market. So the sooner, if you're considering buying, the sooner you get in there and start looking at what's available to you. If you see something that's of interest, just go ahead and make that move. The sooner the better, because then you'll be able to avoid all the other buyers that are competing for those same listings. As mentioned, we are still very much in a seller's market with only 30 34, 35 days on the market. So highly recommend that if you're considering buying, give your realtor a call and go ahead and make that decision sooner rather than later. It's pretty much the same story with the sellers. As soon as you want to make a decision to move forward with selling your home, please do so sooner rather than later. As we move forward through the busy fall months, you'll notice there's more and more sellers that are listing their homes on the market, meaning that you're going to be competing and you might have to consider selling your home for a lower price than if you were to sell it right now when there isn't as many listings on the market. The inventory levels are still relatively low. So if you're considering selling your home, please contact your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, contact us. We'd be happy to help you. There's no obligation. We would just go ahead and have a look at your property and give you a market assessment on what you could possibly get for your property at this time in the current market conditions. Now remember to hit like and subscribe so we can continue on delivering this type of content. We will be here making sure that we update you with all the latest stats every single month as soon as they are available. Now, that pool is looking pretty enticing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a dip myself. Have a great day, everybody.